Welcome to the 105th anniversary of the burning of the Customs House. I would like to thank you all for attending today. Over the years, when I tell people that I'm involved with the commemoration, I always get the same replies. Oh, that was a disaster, or the revisionist view that it didn't harm the Dublin IRA. Personally, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. The objective was achieved, the building was burned, the number captured was not that much on paper. There was only 90 out of 3,000 men in the Dublin Brigade. However, it was the quality of the men captured that hurt the IRA. The 2nd Battalion lost a lot of its officers. They also lost a lot of drivers who were hard to find in 1921. The squad was finished as half of them were captured, and the ASU were almost all captured with the exception of number 4 company. Of the men captured from the ASU, one was James Gibbons. Our first read today will be laid by his grandson Mel. Mel has been a great supporter of the commemoration over the years, and it's great to have him here today to lay the wreath for the IRA men who fought and died. Thank you. Mel.
Thanks, Eric. And thanks for the honour to lay this wreath today. Our grandfather always remained very proud of his involvement and of the men involved here on the day of the burning. Though he disagreed with possibly everyone in the movement and various parties in the following decades, and he probably wasn't on his own on that. On the morning of the 25th of May 1921, Commandant Paddy Flanagan briefed the assembled men of the ASU in the Strand Street premises. I quote from Jim Gibbons' own writings made during the 1950s and 1960s. Commandant Flanagan detailed each man of the unit to their special posts. He said they were all to enter the Customs House at 1 p.m. He gave details of the posts that the men were to take up and that they were not to open fire with guns unless they were fired on first. I also remarked that we were to be caught like a lot of sheep. I also said that I was going in anyway, but I felt that I was not coming out of it under these circumstances. Later he states, the fighting at the Customs House lasted from 1:20 to 2:10 p.m. The IRA men setting fire to the front of the building. When the British arrived, men faced with the fire from the burning building on one side and from the British bullets outside. So they had to fight their way out, and many of them did, but many fell in the breach too. 2 brothers, Paddy and Stephen O'Reilly, young Darren, young Head. Thomas Ennis, OC 2nd Battalion, was badly wounded, and so was Doyle, who died later in the Mater Hospital. We honour their sacrifice today. And I'd like to finish in a dedication, a quoted dedication that was placed in the Freeman's Journal by the comrades of Ed Dorrance, E Company 2nd Battalion. And this was from an article posted on the website, The Clock is Still Going. O free men of tomorrow, when slavery's dark sorrow has fled from every furrow of Erin's every vale, in memory, truest token, in burning love unspoken, recall the brave hearts broken to Garland, Grania Whale.
Thank you, Mel. 9 men woke up 105 years ago today. 5 of them knew that May 25th could be the last day of their lives. The other 4 had no idea what they were going to get caught up in. 2 of them were passers-by. The other 2 were Customs House staff. Every year we lay a second wreath in memory of the 4 civilians that died that day. This year the wreath is being laid by Damien Fines. Damien is a founder member of the Dublin Fire Brigade Pipe Band, who for the last 12 years or so have provided us with a piper, which has really helped make this commemoration something special. Damien Fines.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Damien Fines is my name, retired district officer, Dublin Fire Brigade. Also drum major with the Dublin Fire Brigade Pipe and Drum Band. Today's piper is Pipe Major Shamey O'Rourke, Dublin Fire Brigade Pipes and Drum. We would like to thank Gary and his team for affording us this opportunity in taking part in this annual Custom House Memorial. Tragically, during the fighting that took place in the seizing of the Custom House, 4 civilians lost their lives. These were ordinary people, caught up in extraordinary circumstances, reminding us that war, be it civil or otherwise, always carries with it a human cost beyond the conflict. Today, when we remember all those who fought in those troubled times, we also remember the innocent lives lost. We remember John Byrne, James Connolly, Francis Davis, and Mahon Lawless. Their deaths is a solemn part of this history and must never be forgotten. Their memory calls on us all to reflect on the price of freedom and the importance of peace. In their names and all the innocent victims of war, today we will place this wreath in their memory and on their behalf. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Damien. Before I call for 1 minute's silence, I would like to remember 2 people who have attended the commemoration and have passed away since last year's commemoration. Bernard Moore and May Jordan, who are the son and daughter of Patrick Moore of the 5th Battalion Engineers. We will now have 1 minute's silence to remember all those who fought and died here 105 years ago today. It's 22 Society to lay a wreath. So I'd like to ask Brendan Hickey, could he come up here please, and we'll do that. Thanks very much, Brendan. Thank you, Brendan. We are also making a collection today as well, like we did last year, for Harold's Cross and Raheny Hospices. Last year, the total of the collection was €760, of which €380 was given to each hospice.